Hey everybody, this is Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. First, I'd like to say thank you to everybody who comes by and supports my page. It really does mean a lot to me. If you all can please press the like or dislike button and subscribe, comment, or even email me if you have any suggestions, questions, or concerns. My email is always going to be in the description box. Again, thank you for visiting my channel. Every 6 hours in the United States of America, a black woman is murdered. Stop killing black women. Stop killing black children. Hey guys, it's Candace Yvette with Black Women Aware. So I had to jump in real quick and give this message. First, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for visiting my page. Thank you for showing support and being concerned about the injustices that black women and children face every day in the United States. I really do appreciate your support. You don't know how much that means to me, especially because I myself am a black woman. I'd also like to put this quick disclaimer out there. Do not come to my page victim shaming or blaming. You will be immediately blocked for that. I do not tolerate it. There is no need for it. And I'm pretty sure you knew what you were saying in the comment before you posted it. So be respectful. Many of the victims, their families come back and they visit this page. I am their advocate. This is their safe space. No disrespect will be tolerated. You all have a good day. I'm going to let you go back into the commentary. Both black men and black women get on all social media platforms and bash each other. Black Women Aware is not one of those channels. I created this channel to literally do exactly what the name of the channel said to do. Create awareness for black women. Not only for the injustices that they face, make them aware of the issues that they face in their communities, but also I am working on new content to where I give exposure to the positive and extraordinary things that black women are doing. I am not here to go after other content creators, because if you feel like they are creating a message of hate, like they're convincing other black men and black women to hate each other, then you take them down. That's not the goal of my page. My page is to focus on literally empowering black women. I don't want to focus on who black men are dating. I don't want to focus on which black women are pick-me's or mammies and all. That's not why I created this page, and why I understand, yes, both sides can be very toxic and both sides can push certain negative and hate-filled messages. I cannot single out one content creator and say, okay, this problem started with you and you're highlighting or you're amplifying this problem and you need to stop. Because if we do that, we have to take them all down, and if you want to do that, then you take them down, but that is not why I created Black Women Aware. And the more I have to address this, to black men and black women who come over here to my channel and they say negative things about these women who have died at the hands of their lovers, whether those men were black men or white men, or whether they were, homosexual and they were dating somebody of the same sex. It does not give you a right to come over here and bash any of these women. That don't give you a right to bash them. Actually says more to me about you than it does them. And then I have to wonder exactly why do y'all want me to go after these other content creators? I'm nobody's pit bull. Nobody's gonna come over here and use me like that. If you want to go after those other people and you feel like their message is full of hate and it's encouraging people to hate other people, then you go after them. Like, the one thing that I can say about both sides in this gender war is both sides want to be right, but no side wants to find a solution. And that's led me to believe that most black people are a lost cause. And so the best thing that I can do, and women who think like me can do, is protect our peace and focus on what is working for us. Focus on the things, the positive things that black women are working on. Making ourselves aware of the situations that we face every day in America. You know, that's where my allegiance stands. I have no clue why certain black men and women come over here and they assume that I'm a divestment channel or that I bash black men. I can't bash you by putting up stories, true cases of black women dying by the hands of mostly black men. That's not bashing you. That's me exposing the truth. And I'm not just exposing black women who've died at the hands of black men. The latest story that I exposed was a black woman who allegedly, because we still don't know for sure how she died. We still don't know for sure if the guy killed her. I don't even know for sure if they were intimate with each other. When I say intimate, I mean in a close relationship. We don't know that, but people get on here and they assume, oh, okay, well, he killed her. For me, it's allegedly, because I don't know if he really killed Treasure Hendricks or not. I don't know that. All I know is there is questions and there's a mystery still surrounding her death and how she died. It's not my job to come on here and tell black women who they can and cannot date, especially because when I post these stories and if your thing is, oh, black women shouldn't date outside of their race, and it's because when they swirl they're getting murdered. Well, you know, according to my channel, according to Black Femicide, according to every 8 hours and every other person who does a form of journalism or content, black women, nobody can get away from this fact. Black women are mainly dying by the hands of black men when they are murdered. Nobody can get away from this fact. So when you say they're dying because they swirled, I wonder which rock have you been under, because it's been so many black women who have died by the hands of black men. I am not the person who can decide if you should, divest and all this other stuff. You don't come to me with that. You have a personal conversation with yourself. The last thing that I'm going to be responsible for is other people's dating decisions. The only thing that I can encourage you to do when you date is make sure you're in a healthy, supportive relationship and both of y'all are happy and both of y'all have a common goal in mind. That's it. That's where I draw the line. You know what I mean? And I'm making this video because I mentioned a certain content creator by default because I was covering a story about a failed rapper who had said in detail about all these, evil things he wanted to do to her if he ever caught up with her. God forbid he ever does, because even though I don't agree with everything this content creator says, I don't wish harm on nobody. And people, instead of focusing on the vile, evil things he said about this woman, they focused on, hey, well, she allegedly pushes or encourages or incites black women to hate black men. Well, okay, if you're going to focus on her, then you have to focus on the black men who push that same thing and they incite black men, the other black men, to hate black women. You have to focus on both sides of it. You can't just focus on one person who doing it and come over here and, that's not why I made that video. I made that video to prove that it is something seriously wrong with black men and black women. I don't hold a dog in the fight when it comes to divestment and all of that, or different kinds of movements, or whatever. That's not why I created Black Women Aware. Black Women Aware is for black women to focus on healing, on positivity, on whatever gifts they have, especially in business, and just things like that, things that concern black women. And if you're a black man and you're watching my channel and your goal is to come over here and spew your hate, you're a part of the problem, because this channel is not made for you. 1, 2, you're not in support of what I'm over here doing. So I have to question, why are you over here in the first place? And I understand some people, some black men come over here because some of the stories that I cover when it comes to murder cases, some of these stories, they're their daughters, they're their wives, or, they're their sisters, their cousins, their aunts. Those black men are okay over here because they understand how it feels to lose a loved one to somebody who was toxic. You know what I mean? And they ultimately supporting what I'm pushing. I'm not pushing for nobody to get bashed. It's not what my channel is. My channel is to expose the murders of black women and children, because nobody talks about it. And I know from my own experience that when you are in these situations, as much as certain divestment channels like to say, oh, well, the cops on a large scale protect black women. They have their pros, but they also have their cons, because sometimes those same cops that you call to help you, sometimes they leave you right in that situation. And I'm not going to get on here and keep giving that stupid disclaimer that is not all black men, because I know firsthand that all black men don't have that same toxic mentality. One of the cops who did advocate for me and my children when I was in a domestic violence situation, he was a black cop. He, the one who, when I went to the police department and I was disheveled and I was battered, he believed me. And not only did he believe me, but he went after my abuser. He left me with another, like his partner, while he went out personally and searched for my abuser. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'm going to say. But he went after him. That's why I'm not up on, like, I know some of these black women, like, just like black men, they have a lot of hatred in their hearts, and they just like it's like different sides of the same coin, and they want to exclude all black men, and they want to make them all seem evil and all of this other. I'm not for none of that shit from either side. All black women that are evil, I'm not for none of that shit. That's not why I created my page. Why I created my page is not set up to bash black men. If you're a black man and you're over here and you're thinking, oh, well, you're bashing black men by creating, highlighting the murders of black women. If you feel like that, then you're basically saying that every black man is abusive. That's literally how I register it. That's what you're saying. All black men are abusive and murder their spouses and girlfriends and abuse their children. Because if you can put yourself in a category with a toxic man that in the stories, in the cases that I share on this channel, there's something that's fucking wrong with you. This ain't y'all time to shine. This is the time, this is the channel for me to advocate for these women. Take all that shit about going your own way, bashing black men, bashing black women. Take that shit somewhere else. You got your own channel. All you got to do is create your own videos. If you want to push that rhetoric, which I'm telling you, it ain't going to get us too far. It's a lost cause. It's further putting a divider between the two genders. It's further why we up in here looking like a motherfucking circus to other people. But if you want to push that and have other people's blood on your hands, then go do it. Stop trying to get in my conversation. In my channel, in my comment section, and wanting me to push a certain message because that's what you believe that I should push. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. Not over here. I'm not going to bow and sway and turn my message and what my channel is about because somebody has a certain vendetta against a certain content creator and they want me to go after this person. Because like if you want to go after those people, then you go after them. Do your homework, and you go after them. You do that. I don't have the time. Like, I'm actually pissed off that I'm making this video because it's taking away from the other 3 cases that I'm currently working on and I'm covering. It's taking away time from what I feel like what really matters. Because at the end of the day, like when it comes to those content creators that y'all feel like are inciting people, those people have their own mindsets. Those viewers have their own mindsets. They have free will. And if they, can be that easily swayed by what a YouTube content creator says, if they are that easily convinced that all black men or all black women are bad, something is fucking wrong with them, in my opinion. It shows you have no discernment. You have no sense of self. You have no sense of thinking for yourself. You allow everybody else to make up your mind for you. You're easily manipulated. Now, it's true, can't nobody argue against facts, but when somebody is giving their opinion on their channel, whether it's a male or a female, when somebody is giving their opinion and like something in you just is telling you that their opinion is wrong, is rooted in hate, and you either don't say nothing because you ain't got the balls to step up to them and say, hey, I disagree with that message, because you know that other viewers might attack you in that comment section. You don't have the balls, so you just go along to get on. You part of the motherfucking problem. You part of the problem. But that's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm so tired of people coming over here, getting in my comment section with their hurt ass feelings. You need to find a psychiatric doctor, because fuck a therapist. You need immediate, serious help. You need something better than a therapist. I'm tired of black men and black women coming in my comment section and attacking these dead women, these murdered women, these people who were once somebody's mothers, somebody's daughters, somebody's sisters, aunts, cousins, friends, whatever. Because you got some fucked up ass feelings and that you haven't dealt with. You hurt than a motherfucker walking around this bitch. And the only way that you can get your cookies off is to come over here and degrade dead women. That's not what my channel is for. You don't get to come over here and, degrade these victims. Like, whatever they did in their life. My opinion, they paid for it with their life. They square with the house. They are square with the house. They dead and gone. They can never kiss their children again. They can never hold and hug on their mothers and fathers again. They can never do the things that they enjoy to do in this life again. Some of them, if they weren't cremated, they confined to a box They decomposing and they gone now. BWA focuses on the real shit that's happening to black women and black children out here. You want to get caught up in that gossip bullshit with all them other hurt ass content creators who cannot even, their egos won't allow them to focus on what is fucked up about them, and they steady pointing the finger at other people. Take your ass on them, but you won't do it here. I'm completely comfortable with being a small YouTuber. I don't need your support like that. I don't want that toxic ass bullshit over here. You won't sway me by saying, oh, okay, well, I subscribe to your page, so push your own motherfucking message on your own page. Because just like it's fucked up black men out here, it's fucked up black women out here too. All y'all are not dating out because black men are bad. Some of y'all dating out because you have a hatred for your own people, just like them niggas got a hatred for their own people. But y'all don't want to bring that truth because, like I said, ego. It's a pride thing. Just like these niggas, they don't want to admit that you really with that white bitch because something is wrong with you. Something is mentally off with your ass. Like, I literally grew up in a predominantly white neighborhood, and before I even learned about racism or what racism was, this is in my early years, in my innocence, in my childhood. All the white friends that I fucked with, that were my friends, I hung with them because they were cool, they were exciting, they were laid back. We always did the best shit together. I never ever hung with them because I didn't like the other single black family on the block. I never chose to hang with, whether they were male or female. I never chose to hang with them white people because they were white, or didn't choose to hang with the other black girl and her family because she was black. I didn't hang with the other black girl because I was a bookworm. I was in the books, ride my bike and shit. She was an athlete. She was a athlete, and she liked playing sports. She liked playing basketball. We were cool. We spoke every once in a while, but she wasn't my number one best friend. It had nothing to do with her gender or her race. Had absolutely nothing to do with that. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I ain't finna speak on it no more. I'm gonna continue to focus on not only these slain women, their cases, but the other things that I have planned for this channel. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Y'all have a blessed one. Actually try to go out here and make somebody's day a little brighter, because life already is fucked up enough for all of us. Don't nobody want to continue to deal with people who have unhealed trauma and ain't trying to go out here and do something about it. You can't keep hiding behind the fact that, oh, maybe your insurance ain't right and shit. Because I know some of y'all got good jobs to where they offer a certain amount of sessions, free sessions, to where you can go talk to somebody. Me being somebody who used to work in the medical field, I know some of these doctors' offices have sliding scales, and they have certain payment arrangements they will set up with you for you can go get your motherfucking ass some help. But you ain't finna sit on my page with all your hate rhetoric and assume that Black Women Aware was created to be a black male bashing page, or that because you a black man and you fucked up in the head and don't want to admit that black men are mainly murdering black women, that you get to come over here and call these women out their names. You know what I'm saying? Traffic is waiting. You can go do that rather than come over here with that. And I mean that. I said it with my whole chest. Y'all have a good one.